Hello there, how you doing? Sorry, I'm still setting up here. Very unorganized. Hello there, ADC Life, how are you? I'm just having a wee quick chat. I got a Wi-Fi booster today and I thought I would check and see how it helps with my live stream because my live stream was cutting out. Ohio Knife Lover and Chad, how are you? I was just saying there, I got a new Wi-Fi booster yesterday and I just thought I would try it out and see what my live feed was like. It was jumping and cutting out last week. So, am I coming across loud and clear? Hello there, MC and Mammy. Can you hear me loud and clear? That's good. Hello, Chris. Hello, Chad. Good. That's great. Now, I just hope it doesn't cut out because I actually lost the text. So, what have I got in front of me tonight? I just went straight into my box and I pulled out blue knives. That's the thought for tonight. No other great thought, just blue knives. That's great. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Well, now, what are you all carrying today? I was carrying a PM3 today. I'd been carrying a boy's knife for a month, and I am so glad it's over. I loved the boy's knife. But hello, Zach. I just realised I missed your show. I didn't realise it was on so early. Yes, I've been carrying the Para 3 today because I'm not carrying the boy's knife anymore. I had it for about a month. It was. Hello, Mark. Cold steel Ultimate Hunter. My goodness, that must weigh a ton in your pocket. What's everybody else? A Tucson TS164 and a Rough Rider toothpick. Lovely job. And a Walther MPK and a sword. My goodness. Oh, Zach, thank you very, very much. Happy Sunday, wash your hands. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I missed your live show. I actually seen it and it put me in mind to do this because you'd done it so early. I was just saying to everybody there, I got a Wi-Fi booster yesterday, and I'm just hoping it helps with the. It was cutting out last week, and I kept missing the text. So, but thank you very much, Zach. Just put a wee donation in the super chat there, and I thank him very much for it. It's down below if you're at all interested. If not, just stay along for the chat. You're more than welcome. As I say, my whole thought process is blue now. Slick Slicers, hello, how you doing? Um, my whole thought was just blue knives. I'll tell you what I was doing though, directly before I come on here. I've been trying to think of different ideas for videos, and I went back to the beginning of my channel, and I was looking through that first sort of 20 videos, and I wanted to see how many of the knives that I had in that first 20 videos that I still have now. And I was amazed. That was just over 3 years ago. And I still have quite a few of them original knives. So I think I'm going to do a video on that of, say, taking your first 20 videos and see how many knives you still have from that initial 20 videos. And I'm going to call people out like Zach and the boys who were around when I first sort of came around. And let's just see who's got what from the beginning. But it was very interesting to see the knives that I had. I'll have to say, very, very interesting. So I think I'm going to do that video this week and make it an open video that everybody can have a wee go at. How does that sound? A Strider PNG Auto. I love a Strider. I never thought I would like. Yes, sorry, somebody had noticed this. Yes, this is my Marauder, my most expensive knife to date. And I absolutely love this. Is it worth the money I paid for it? Absolutely not. It's just too dear. Now I'd got the money through somebody passing away, but I absolutely loved this, and I just wanted something different. I didn't want to get something that everybody else had got. It's already done plenty of work, and I absolutely love it. Bit stiff here. Um, that's the only thing that I don't like about it. It's very stiff. Now, hopefully in time it will do it. I can spidey flick it if I give it a shove. But yes, it is a beautiful knife. And the thing that I like about it is it's wildly expensive in my eyes. It's wildly expensive, but I haven't been afraid to use it, which is lovely, which means that it's not just lying in my cupboard doing nothing. I have been using it and enjoying every minute with it. I was going to get rid of this, if you remember, a couple of weeks ago, and I couldn't. I was going to sell this and put the money to something else and keep the clone, but I just couldn't do it. I love this knife so much. So it's now back in the rotation, and I'm going to carry it a bit more again and build up that love for it again. Um, Anybody done anything exciting this weekend? I have to say I haven't. I was out shopping today with a wife who went up to the shopping centre, and with this coronavirus thing, the shop was empty. It was a waste of time. I think of all of mine, except the last guy. Yeah, I think couldn't get the things that we actually really wanted. We didn't get, but we stocked up on a few things. But there really does seem to be panic buying here in Northern Ireland at the minute, and we noticed England's the same. They're getting an awful lot of people panic buying. There's no toilet rolls anywhere. Couldn't find any today. What's America like? Is the panic buying started there? Oh, slick slicers. You little sneak. You little sneak, you. Did anybody see the other knife that I got? Done a wee video on. Did anybody see the wee brother knife I got there? If you're into traditionals, this is an amazing buy. A wee brother. It was my last video. Have you seen it? Panic all over purchasing. Yes, this is, I have to say, I've playing about with this yesterday. This is inches, just under 7 inches. It's an absolute beauty. This is the 1508, I believe. Did you order the 1507? This is the 1508. I hope you've ordered the right one. But yeah, that was a real nice little buy. Real nice. Well, I didn't buy it actually. Brother had sent that to me, and I didn't realize I had been using, when I went back to the beginning of my channel to check the videos, I think it was within the first 2 months of me starting this channel, which was over 3 years ago, I had my first brother knife, which was a lockback. And it was it was one of the first brother lockbacks. Beautiful knife. So I've sort of brother had been in my knife box since I started. Hello, Lord Samlings. Oh, you ordered both? Good man. Good man. I doubt if they'll send me the other one. I might just buy it myself. Anything got anything in particular they want to talk about, or any little anything happened? Don't be shy. Just come up with ideas for conversation. This seems to be working pretty well, I have to say. It doesn't seem to be jamming up like it did the other night. It was cutting out an awful lot more, I think. If you're in the S&C 9mm, buy it. Any knives you're selling? Yes, I'll give you a wee list. I'll give you a wee tinkle, and I'm always selling something. Gert, how you doing? XP, you're not late. No, this was just a wee surprise one. How have you been this year or so? Or this year so far? How have you been this year? Yeah, pretty good. We've had we had a rough sort of end of last year when Sally had her wee stroke and whatever. So yeah, it's been an emotional sort of start to this year, but a good one because Sally's recovering really well. Dyeing a mini bug out scales in 20 minutes. Oh, are you doing that live, Zach? If you're doing that live, I'll get off for you. It's buffered 3 times for me, but only for a second or two each time. That's, well, that's, I hope that doesn't keep happening. I just bought one of those plug-in boosters. I don't know if anybody else has had them before. It seems to be working on our iPads and all. They seem to be better. Oh, there's a wee cut off there. No problem, my friend. I'll send you. Is there any sort of knives that you're looking for? Chapoo, hello, how are you? What was I talking about there? This is typical Paddy. My head goes, once I start reading these, little drops about 5 seconds there. Yeah, Gert, it seems to be still doing that. That's a shame. But as long as that's the worst it'll get. As long as that's the worst. So, I've got quite a few videos this week on reviews. I'm trying to catch up on my reviews. I've got quite a few I want to do. But I thought that other one, what do you think of that other one about going back to the beginning of your channel and sort of showing the knives that I still have from that 3 years ago? I found it really interesting, I have to say. But we'll see what you think when I do the video. That's the joy about being a video maker. You get instant feedback because people either watch it or don't watch it, which is lovely. It's a great way to be because you know exactly where you're going wrong or where you're going right, which is good. And that just improves it. If people don't watch it, you keep trying to improve. What oil do you use? I use the knife pivot oil, KPL. That's what I use now, but I used to use natural mineral oil. And if you're going to ask me the question, do I think there's any great difference? To be honest with you, the natural mineral oil was really good. Yes, the KPL is a little bit better. Is it outstandingly better? I don't know. The oils that I've used, hello Kenny, the oils that I've used on my knives since I started, all different sorts. I've used Balastrol and things like that. I really can't tell a huge difference if I'm going to be really honest. I like the KPL because it's a simple little small bottle. It's got the little thin neck on it so you can get into all the little parts of your knives. I try not to take a knife apart. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't take it apart unless I particularly want to see what's in the inside of it. But most of the times I don't take them apart unless they're needed. And maybe after a year or so I'll do it, just give a proper clean. Thanks, Kenny. Yes, it's my little baby. It's my little baby for sure. But yeah, I don't take them apart. Do all of you take your knives apart all the time, or is it just something you do infrequently? A couple of syringes and I use 3-in-1 oil. Yeah, Chris, I mean, if it's oil, it's going to work. Do you know what I mean? If it's oil, it's going to work. I take mine apart when I feel sluggish. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it. PTFE Teflon stuff is great because it only runs or something. Right, okay. I try not anymore. I stripped a lot of screws. Yeah, that was another thing. Well, I think especially when I first started, I was buying cheaper knives. So the little six, especially them 6 hex, I don't know how many I rung off and ruined knives and had to order new ones because of it. And the Ganzos back then were not as well made as they are today. Don't use PTO. Right. I've never used that. So the chances of me using is probably never because that KPL lasts forever. Ohio knife flutter. Yeah, there's an awful lot of people do that. I really don't unless I feel as if it needs it. You know, sometimes you get a knife and you'll get it and it'll be a wee bit gritty or something. Then I have no problems. It's not that I have any problems taking them apart. I just have more things to, I just don't get round to it. But if it's gritty, hello John, how are you doing? Really nice to see you. Unless it's gritty or sluggish, I'll not take it apart. Paddy, what's the one on the top left? That's the Gent, the Ferrum Forge Gent from Drop. This is a great knife. An absolute great knife. Lovely S35 VN. Really nice in the hand. Forward choil if you need to, unless you got big meat hands, but it suits me just fine. Um, a really lovely knife, I have to say. I got the blue because you might have guessed I do like blue. So, but then what came out then, and I got the other week, was a lovely gift I got, was the Elementum. Um, hold on a minute, Steve, would you consider selling that toothpick? No. Somebody was asking me, would I sell the toothpick? Definitely not. Yes, that the Elementum um, came out, and to me, it's as near a direct copy as you can get of something. And I know we made this, although it's fair and forward, we made it. The Elementum is Civivi, which we made. Absolutely love this knife. Great in use, as comfortable as this, I'll have to say. But yes, it's got a fatter handle, but the difference, I just think there was a bit of copying going on there. There wasn't much imagination to make that Elementum, and yet it's proved to be a very probably because it's a lot cheaper. This was about $100, and the Elementum's probably about 70. So, but this with the S35 VN and the way that, yeah, it's a fantastic knife, Zach. Absolutely fantastic. I think this to me, it probably is a bit better fit and finish. I love this Gent. I love the Elementum. And you see, for an EDC knife, that Elementum is a great knife because it's so reasonably priced. Warthog sent me a beautiful Shatton Morgan toothpick last week in horn and mother of pearl. Oh, beautiful. I do like my Shatton Morgan. Have you got it? Have you got my? No, I've got my Shatton Morgan there, yeah. Hello, Rhino. Did I miss you? Yes, I love this knife, I have to say. Really nice EDC knife. And I'll tell you what knife I missed. When I was carrying for a month there, I was carrying the boy's knife. I missed my Hinderer. I would carry this very regularly. This is my slippy Hinderer. I missed carrying this knife. This is still just the best for this country. This is the knife that I will go for every single time. It's just beautiful. Do you know something, Chris? I love Warthog. I just love listening to him. He's got a very easy going. Hello, Rhino. How you doing? The Warthog has a lovely, easy way with him. He just makes listening to him so nice, I have to say. Todd, how you doing? All is well. Hope it's well with you too, sir. So ask us some questions. You got any questions there, boys? Don't be shy. I miss so many of them. I only have to take my eye off that screen and I lose track of where I am. If you got bored with the boys' night, no, the one thing I didn't do is get bored. The two boys' knives, I started with one boy's knife and finished with another that I bought during that month. I love the boy's knife. I think it's the perfect size of a knife for an EDC. I wasn't found wanting the whole month. You didn't miss nothing much at all, Plainscrafter. We're just talking a lot of old nonsense. Talking about knives, would you believe? What are some of the knives you think I should own for my channel? Buy for yourself and not for the channel. Because if you're buying knives, particularly just for the channel, knives, I have a stack of knives. They're very hard to move on. I use them in giveaways and things like that. But I would say buy for yourself. If it was one lesson I've learned, is buy for yourself because people will like the enthusiasm you give that knife. Definitely buy for yourself. But I mean, that doesn't mean don't buy cheap, but it just means be careful what you buy because you don't want a drawer full of rubbish just for the channel. The channel will survive on enthusiasm on what you can afford to buy. Well, That's my opinion. What do you think about that? It's very easy for me to say that, but I do believe that you need to buy for yourself. This is getting such an expensive hobby now. Now, I don't mean that in a bad way, but it is an expensive hobby, and you can't buy for everybody else. Yes, France is in total lockdown. Spain has gone into total lockdown. Um, the UK hasn't yet, but I don't think it's going to be too long. Can I buy you Medford for a roll of toilet paper? Yeah, by the end of next week, the Medford might be going for a roll. Lee White has been chatting to Warthog and me. Yeah, I really want a Lee White knife, I have to say. I really do want a Lee White knife. He's the one I definitely want. I've actually got my Michael May here, and to be honest with you, this has been a bit of a disappointment, to be honest with you. Well, it's not it's just all right. And when I look at a Lee White knife compared to this, there's no comparison. No comparison. Do you know of any other brother slippies? Paul, no, that's the only. Well, there's the white one that I got, and there's a carbon fiber one. That's the only two that I know they've made. They made a lot of lockbacks, but no slippies. I think that was the first slippy. I really hope they continue from here. I would love to see them doing a lot of different bone material because the way they fitted that on my knife, it's just beautiful. For me, the two at the minute is the Hinder and the Smedley. Well, the Hinder is a knife you want for life. I love this now. Um, I would recommend that to anybody if you can afford it. It's a hell of a knife. What has been, so I missed that last one. What has been the hardest knife to sharpen? What has been my hardest knife to sharpen? I don't particularly find knives hard to sharpen, but S110V takes a good sharp. It just takes time. It's not that it's hard, but you just have to. Um, S110V is probably going to, Dave Donkey, you're going to make a 7-year-old stay in for 3 to 5 months. What they're thinking of doing now is if you're over 70 in the UK, they're going to tell you to lock yourself up in your own house for 3 to 4 months. And one of my subs there, Donkey Dave, he's from the same place as me, Northern Ireland, and he's just given off there a wee bit. So, in-house joke, but I'll send him a wee package. I'm not sending toilet rolls, but I'll send him a wee package. Bless him. Chuffy's one of the hardest to. Chuffy, that's one of the sound game. Seamus, what knife did you give away? Hang on. It's gone again there. Was I in the middle of answering somebody's question and just got carried away there? Yes, sorry. We were talking about sharpening, weren't we? Hello, Carola. How are you? You're very welcome, and I missed your company. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's been cancelled. All the pubs down south have been closed now for a minimum of 3 weeks, I think. So St. Patrick's Day's just cancelled. Now, they haven't been closed up north here, so it'll be interesting to see whether we go the same way or not. But down the south of Ireland, they've closed all the schools, they've closed all the pubs. We haven't done that yet, so you just never know. But it is, I mean, it really is sad. I'm hoping the big show isn't cancelled over there. Yes, blue or red, did my yes, I'm just hoping the Blade Show doesn't get cancelled because there'll be an awful lot of disappointed people. Saying that, I mean, safety first. I mean, why would you risk it if there's a chance of going there and bringing a disease back to your family? Let's be honest, it's not worth a knife, is it? Surely. We will, Kenny. We will just hang in there. I'm still buying knives from China, so it's all right. I got one last week, and I've promised myself I'm not licking it. Anything with the crowd is cancelled. Yes, it really is. But America's starting to get it now as well. Your death toll's starting to go up, isn't it? All public meetings cancelled. Yeah, it's the worst part yet. Strasbourg this weekend cancelled. Yeah, nice place to go to. Looking forward to going to Alba City. Nice show in the early June. So I hope this fades away soon. Yeah, Chris, it's put a lot of plans. Like me and Sally are sitting, we have our caravan, and we don't know what to do. We live in a block of flats which is over 55s. So if there's a lot of 70 plus in our wee apartment block, and if one of them gets the coronavirus, I would say they'll lock down our whole block. So we're thinking, do we get out now and go to the caravan and stay down there for the duration? Or do we stay up here? So we just don't know what to do. But I think it's too early to jump yet. The weather is absolutely atrocious here. Baseball is that's rounders, isn't it? That's the game we call rounders that children play in the backfield. I think a lot of people are waiting for you to show how to build a hobo shelter in case you did bug out. I can't wait to build the hobo shelter. I'm so looking forward to it. It's such a simple wee thing to do, but it's just going to be nice to do it with a penknife. It's just something, just that wee bit different. And by the way, and I'll say that on Monday. We'll leave that till Monday. But yes, that wee knife, I think, like any knife will do anything. But I think in particular, the wee knife we got is going to be fine. Absolutely fine. But a hobo salad is it's probably surprised to me that not so many people know how to make one. Whereas I came from a bushcraft side, you see. Was there many of you bushcrafters or still are bushcrafters and knife people? Because the bushcrafters over here tend to be just fixed blade knife people. They don't tend to be pocket knives. In fact, pocket knives is a very rare thing over here. It's usually more old farts like me and Dave who have pocket knives over here. Lord Champy does it, yeah. People still come and go. Yeah, it's I do miss the bushcraft, I have to say. I was never one for going to big meets or anything, but did you see the shelter? I've watched Vinny for years, I have to say. He is absolutely brilliant. He's both. Yeah, bushcraft. I just went up into the local woods, took a hammock and a tarp, and just went up and stayed overnight. Usually by myself. Sometimes my son would come up and stayed with me, but most of the time it was just by myself, just to keep my hand in. I loved that solitude of just having a night away. I wasn't one for going for 4 or 5 nights. I probably would have done if there had been other people that went with me, but mostly it was just myself, and I just enjoyed the night away. But when the kids were younger, we used to camp and caravan and do all them sort of things. Now, come on then, boys, give us some questions. You've gone very quiet again. By the way, Zach's doing the Rit Dian over on his channel now. If anybody wants to pop over to Zach, in fact, I probably should stop now, shouldn't I? I probably should stop. Are you still there, or have I lost you anyway? I'm not getting any. I'm not getting anything. Look, boys, thank you very much. Zach's doing his live video, and I know he'd be disappointed if people didn't go and see him. And I'm not getting any. That booster doesn't seem to have worked because I'm not getting any of your text through. Look, thanks very much for the chat. It was only meant to be a wee small one. I'll try and get this sorted out. And I'll speak to you next week at some stage. I'll see you on Monday night for Paddy's chat anyway. All right, take care, folks. Thank you very much for coming along. Pop over and see Zach now. He's doing some Rit Dian. All the very best. Bye bye now. Bye.